Shadowed Battlegrounds presents the Spartan Youth at Marathon, Heroism in the Persian War. As the sun began its ascent over the plains of Marathon, a young Spartan named Lysander stood among the ranks of the allied Greek forces. Though Sparta had not officially joined the battle, Lysander had been sent as a scout. His sharp eyes and swift feet meant to gather intelligence on the Persian invaders. However, as the urgency of the situation grew, he found himself taking up arms alongside the Athenians. Lysander was barely 20, his youthful face a stark contrast to the seasoned warriors around him. Despite his age, his training in Sparta's rigorous agog system had forged him into a formidable fighter. As he tightened the grip on his spear and adjusted the bronze helmet on his head, he could hear the distant drumming of Persian war drums. The sound sent a shiver down his spine, but he stood resolute. The Greek army, vastly outnumbered by the Persian forces, had no choice but to rely on their superior strategy and the unyielding spirit of their soldiers. As the battle lines formed, Lysander found himself next to an older Athenian hoplite named Themistocles, who noticed the young Spartan's nervous energy. "Steady your hand, lad," Themistocles said with a reassuring smile. "Remember, the Persians may have numbers, but we have the will of the gods and the spirit of our ancestors." Lysander nodded, drawing strength from the veteran's confidence. The command was given, and the Greeks began their advance. The ground trembled under the synchronized march of the hoplites, their shields interlocking to form an impenetrable phalanx. As they closed the distance, the Persians unleashed a volley of arrows, darkening the sky like a swarm of locusts. "Shields up!" shouted Themistocles, and the wall of bronze rose just in time to deflect the deadly rain. With a mighty roar, the Greeks surged forward, crashing into the Persian lines with a force that shook the battlefield. Lysander's spear found its mark in the chest of a Persian soldier, and he quickly withdrew it, spinning to block an incoming strike with his shield. The clash of metal on metal, the cries of the wounded, and the acrid smell of blood filled the air. In the chaos, he lost sight of Themistocles, but continued to press forward, driven by the training ingrained in him since childhood. The Persian lines began to falter under the relentless Greek assault. Despite their overwhelming numbers, the Persians were unprepared for the disciplined and ferocious fighting style of the hoplites. Lysander fought with the ferocity of a lion, each thrust of his spear a testament to his Spartan heritage. As the sun reached its zenith, the tide of battle turned decisively in favor of the Greeks. The Persians, unable to withstand the onslaught, began to retreat. Victory was at hand. Lysander, bloodied but unbowed, stood atop a small rise, surveying the fleeing enemy. His heart swelled with pride, not just for himself, but for all of Greece. He spotted Themistocles, who had also survived the brutal melee, and made his way over to him. "We did it," Lysander said, his voice hoarse from shouting. Themistocles clasped his shoulder, a look of respect in his eyes. "Today, you fought like a true Spartan, Lysander. Your courage and skill helped turn the tide." As the battlefield quieted, the Greeks gathered to honor their fallen and celebrate their hard-won victory. Lysander knew that while he was not yet a full citizen of Sparta, he had proven himself in the crucible of war. The Battle of Marathon would be remembered for generations, and he, Lysander, would forever be a part of that legacy. And so, with the setting sun casting a golden glow over the plains, the young Spartan soldier stood tall, ready for whatever challenges lay ahead in the continuing struggle for freedom and honor. If you like this story and want to see more, click on the icon top left. If you want to help support our channel, please hit the subscribe button on the top left. If you have a good history idea, let us know in the comments. Thank you.